All right, so I'm gonna sit down in a second. Today I'm gonna talk about flexibility. So it's January 2nd, 2026. Um, Physically, nowhere close to where I want to be. That's not really the point. What I'm gonna talk about is flexibility and stretching every day. Okay, so these jeans, got a little like stretchy material. They cool, whatever, kind of tight. But as far as flexibility, okay, I'm 43 years old, out here in some jeans, right? So did that for a reason. Most people will probably be surprised by that and think, dang, like he way flexible than I thought. But I can do that because I've stretched and trained to do that. If I go this way, we stuck about right here. So that's the demonstration. That's it. Now we're gonna have a conversation. All right. So why is that relevant? Because years ago, and let me lower this down a bit. Years ago, when I really started focusing on becoming a better person, my focus was primarily getting in shape. And in this process of trying to figure out what I needed to do to get in shape, which I'm still not close to that physically, but because I made so much progress mentally, I'm more confident about doing what I need to do physically. But I didn't realize I needed to get right mentally in order to get right physically. So how is that related to stretching? Because I've never considered how much you need to stretch outside of just physically stretching, or physically stretch for flexibility, but you need that same flexibility in your thinking, in consideration, and being able to make adjustments and all of that stuff. So I challenged myself, or my goal was to stretch physically daily so that I could, shorten that gap between the stuff that I can do that's like demonstrating great flexibility versus where I'm very limited. But I haven't done that physically, but I've done it mentally. So that's what I felt like is important to share. Is it was short-sighted of me to only think that I needed to stretch physically. And over the past few years, what I've learned is, in order for me to become the person I want to become, I need to stretch every way, every day. So I can do what I can do one way because I've done that a lot to get to that point. And folks on the other side, same thing, whether it's, beliefs, things that I accept just because that's what I was taught, so on and so forth. So that's what I feel like is important to keep in mind as I move forward in my process to try to progress to who I would like to become. That not only do I need to physically stretch, but also need to mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like stretching every way, every day. And if I continue to do that the same way, the benefit of me getting where I need to be mentally will finally allow me to get where I want to be physically. It's the same thing. So I have to stop limiting myself to only looking at a thing in a certain area and start applying certain principles to other areas of my life. So I need to stretch every day, every way.